we can, okay, go live now. So I think that's sorted out. So now I think we're fully back, and then we can begin to gyrate, so to say, into what analysis we've gotten. So probably I would need to work on that and then ensure that it's producing a seamless sound for those small gainers right on the market. So I guess we are right here, and it's a beautiful day. So this is it. I drew some analysis on the weekend market. Previously, if you've been following this account, you would be so aware of what we did. Two important analyses, right? I was actually thinking without the weekend market come below here, but this point where it is at very critical one, which could um, lead to more buying, but come back to a bigger time frame like a weekly time frame, which we would have to look at as we are, drawing the curtain, yeah, for what we think the market is doing. So I think weekly time frames it covers the whole, pictorial description we gave for the market range, right? That we're seeing this phonic consolidation, right? On this perspective of look, right? I think all of these are sort of necessaries. Let me just take this off, right? But don't forget that also IQ. And let me take this one off also. So you can actually look at the market on a different plane. Let me take this one off also. This off also. This off also. So clearly, this particular demand already got its expiration right here. And this is not just a daily low, it's going to be a weekly low. I mean, I'm going to show us that from the previous, yeah, look at that. So look at this low, you see it's a weekly low. This is another weekly low, right? We just formed, which would give us a reason why we shouldn't be considering the market to potentially become this low anymore. 64K, I doubt it. So we will be looking at more higher time frames, which um, I think we would not want to joke around with while we're, probably going to be seeing more, price actions playing out. And then, I tell us, it's something that we do not want to joke with. And hello, JC. Hello, JC. That's Susan commenting. So, yeah, and a question for me, please. I think that will be such a great one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 300, 3. I doubt we can afford to do that. But apologies, 3. I don't know if that's actually much, but maybe just keep doing this. All right, so now this is so clear, right, on this particular perspective of the market and of this also, that there are heavy likelihood to see a new high, right? And that's something I think we don't need um, some sage to let us know that. Basically, I am taking my time basically to let us see from the monthly time frame that we would definitely have the market, coming this low, right, to mitigate somewhere around this candle week, and you see that, then you see that push. So we had some sort of indecision in the month of January 2024. But February was clear, March was clear. I tell you, April is going to be so clear. We're going to be seeing Bitcoin eating 85K. We're going to be entering the month of May. And then a lot of people are going to be so, hey, that's wild. Why would you think that for some reasons the market is going to get to that point? Well, I think it's not about me per se, and it's also clear from the market way of view, right? I think it's all important for us to look at the market and know that it's in no way one one particular you know one particular asset that is existing just because of emotions, right? So it's begs for us to question what really is going to be driving the market to such kind of height. And the current reality is we are having a halving that is definitely confronting majority of the spaces. And we have the market currently also trying to strike a marginal position, right? With people not wanting to believe the market's possibility of attaining such height, And the truth remains that the market is definitely going to smash more highs. And why is that? Many technical reasons. Like, take for instance, I was showing us in one of the previous charts I was showcasing. Um, I'm just looking at this coin. I don't know if it's worth the buy. I'm thinking around it, maybe it's worth the buy. I'm thinking we're going to check analysis. If it's worth it, if it would, then we just might. It's just 9.7 billion, right? And then throwing funds around things could actually got some stuff. So 18,726. So I don't know. I might just throw funds around these two and see what will happen, but I'm not sure about that. Right? So let's look at this. I showed us this chart. I remember this particular one when I was drawing the fact that we are most likely around a what's it called, a triangular pattern, and then we give the likely reversal breakout, which of course is happening right here. So if I take this whole chart off, right? Because this chart was somewhere here when the market was, struggling and not around 67K. But now from that particular point right from here, the market has been up 10%, right? Right. Let me show it to you so we can see what I'm saying. From this point, the market has been up like 10% exactly. Now, but the golden question remains: what are we going to be doing? I'm not going to use this chart. I'm just using exact because that's what the market is doing pictorially. But of course, look at this now. The candlestick already opened the month of April opened right from here 64,700, and the body of the candle is currently forming. Look at that. It's beautifully forming on a monthly candle, and there are high chances and high tendencies and clear tendencies that the market's body of I mean the market candle body is going to go way beyond where it is at right now. I'm telling us for the fact. And that being in consideration, so I think I'm going to begin to highlight my clear reasons why this market. So let me bring this yeah. So the monthly, the monthly candle is nicely forming its body. This is bullish. Now, I'm saying this so you can see that. See, currently as we're seeing the brewing and the building of liquidity, we can actually begin to accept, right, that the body of the monthly candle is tilting towards bullishness, and whatever it is that is going on right here, right? It's not something that we haven't seen before. It's something just like this, right? We have this funny consolidation within, but this is going to be the longest weekly consolidation that we've actually recorded in the market. And yeah, and as you all can see, it led to a new high, and the same consolidation that looks so funny right here is going to lead to a new high. The previous high, which is going to be the all-time high of Bitcoin, already happened this year already, which is at 73,743. If you ever to let the coin market cap, open a new tab entirely so you can actually get that. If you look at coin market cap right now on Bitcoin, I mean that's one of the coin that's on an all-time high, right? It's back to all-time high. So this is already a clear indication for you. All-time high of Bitcoin. This is it, $73,750, and we danced around all-time high. See that history is playing right before your faces, and I think it's gonna be like a shock when it begins 100K. I know a lot of people are gonna be saying 100K would happen, we come down, but I think um, that's not going to be the case. Okay, so because if you are such an individual who thinks the market is just going to do a eat and pass or watch and go, whatever, you would be so surprised that it will definitely, go beyond that point. Right? We've seen many factors which I think it's not going to be, a big deal talking about, right? So much, but of course, if you've been following, you'll be aware why I say, and of course why we say, the market, right, when we talk about market of Bitcoin, is going to make a high. Now, this all-time high is a clear big one. Now, I'm using two pictures so we can see. Now, the markets, right, let me begin from this particular point on the daily time frame. All right, the markets basically came back to take liquidity right here at $59,000, graduated to an I. This was I, another I. When it got to this high, it formed this low. Market got the high. It got to an all-time high because of this movement. I mean, from this point, let me put a nib, right? From this low point, the market made a new high. Don't forget this is a short-term low, but it was quickly taken out right by here. But of course, this low that came here, this is going to be a daily low, a very strong daily low, a strong daily low, which is going to be seen as an invalid daily low later on, as it was quickly taken out by this very strong demand, making this low a very valid and of course stronger low. Now, the likelihood, sorry, apologies if hope you all can see me very well. Now, the likelihood for the market to break this particular low is very slim, right? And that's why this is not just going to be this is a very strong daily and weekly low, this particular one. Just going to replicate this trend line and then it's here. So it was this movement downward, it was a grab of liquidity, right? But of course, much more was an establishment of a very strong daily low. So that's going to be a daily low. I think I'm going to be using the word DL so we can actually identify them. Wow, we open, apologies, wait a minute. Yeah, while we open new tab. So DL. DL stands for daily low. You know, save this template, save as market, and we're gonna be having WL, which is gonna stand for weekly low. So this is a DL, and the same goes for this also. It's gonna be seen as a daily low, all right, as we clearly can see that the market made that strong low. And you saw the demand following that. It was a skyrocketing demand from the 19th of March right away, about 50%. But of course, it seemed as though the market kept struggling within this range. Look at this now. This low, which is going to be, I don't know if I call it a short-term daily low, but of course it's a low, was taken out as the market tapped into liquidity here. And of course, you should begin to know that whenever we have the market tapping into liquidity, like we have right here, let me just make it like this, and then boom, 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 bottom. There you go. Whenever you sorry, whenever you see the market tapping into yeah, whenever you see the market tapping into liquidity like this, it's a clear clue that the market is definitely up to make a very huge audience move. Now, this was not just going to be a low, but of course, it's a breaking of that point just to grab liquidity. So I think I would not just call this a low. Yes, it's a low. We can bracket the low, but of course you would have to take note of the fact that liquidity rest below that point, and that low became what I would call the IR low, irrelevant low. So I'm going to be using that word entirely because of my charts, obviously. So that was it. That was it. So it was a yeah. I'm going to bring this like this. It was a breaking of that irrelevant low that led to the graph of liquidity right here. Then we can quickly say, okay, fine, this is what the market just did. It just broke that short time carried in low that looks like a very valid low out to go grab liquidity right below here. When you just grab liquidity right here, because obviously you can read out that there was a fair value gap, right? I don't know if you can see that. Let me show it to you. Between this point and this whole point from the bottom of this candle wick that followed this huge candle to the exact um, bottom of this candle, but I think it should be the candle definitely somewhere here. The reasons for the market to actually, pick on, right? Like from here to be the point of buy. So actually, this would be the point of buy. That point. I think that's actually the point of buy. Why is that a point of buy? Because if you notice, we're going to be having some sort of candle bodies just sitting around that point because there's a fair value gap right here. This is a good point. Bringing it right here, it's more riskier. Here, it's more riskier, but the stop loss is going to be right here. So I think if anyone is going to be taking this trade when this market was somewhere here trying to come down, is going to put this entry point here. Probably stop loss is going to be here. That looks so small, right? But if you look at the profit, it's like a three assured profit. Yeah, that is guaranteed. See that? Now, that's it. That's it. I mean, let's just be able to catch nice 8%. It looks small, but I tell you, it's very huge. It could take days. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it's gonna work. It like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is gonna be a trade that should be held until when? Until we make a new high. And in fact, potentially right above here is gonna be the best point. But how should we know that we can be taking profit somewhere in 85K if, like, following my own analysis, you would be taking the Fibonacci retracement to from this low, right, to this high, but using this tool, you trade like that. So you see the most probable place the market's not going to reach onto. That's even way crazier. You can actually see the market eating 150k, but you can actually look at the key points. One of the key points here is 1.6, which is 88k. This point here, so no volatility, taking profits here, here, and here could be a good margin. But of course, I'm going to be editing my Fibonacci 2 retracement. I have a lot of unnecessaries right here. I'm going to be editing them off for real, for real, for real. It should always be 50% ratio, and that should be it for real. So 50% is going to be changing the color. Okay, we'll turn the entry off. I don't think it's really necessary. Zero, okay, zero is going to be on, but the color is going to be changing. And then the 3 points, blah blah blah. I don't think we need them. So that is a huge clue, right? That's where take up somewhere here is going to be the best point. But yeah, I think that's also important. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna do more, analysis or change with my Fibonacci tool. But guys, I think that's very important for me to let you all know, right? That see, um, it's important for you to know the critical necessity, right? That sits around, you knowing where exactly and how exactly the market is going to be, properly reacting. All right. So, and that is one key help. Okay? That is going to be one key help, and it is what it is. I think I don't want to turn this 38 point something off, but I think we might have this up so we can have 50% in the pocket. And this one is not going to be necessarily is it necessary? I think so. Wait. Yeah, I think we already have what we need. So in fact the other one is not necessary. This one here, and this and this. Might have to take the off because it's not so much of a necessity. And of course, we can reduce the figure and work around that. But I think we're good to go with this now. So guys, there you go. I think one of the good trade I'm actually taking is Ethereum on a long. So whoever is going to be taking this trade, right, won't take profit somewhere around it's 6k following the Fibonacci response that we actually saw. So this daily candle you're seeing is going to be continuing, and well, if you come way lower to the 4 hours time frame, you'll be seeing way more things. Right, look at that. We already have this um, retracement after getting to the high, and I tell you, you're going to be making new highs right now. So if there's one thing you're still thinking high, I have no clue about what I'm going to be doing. I think I'm going to be telling you this for a fact that you might not be aware, right? You might not be aware, but I think we are going to be seeing the market making new high. And the same thing, you all can actually read the reason for that. Come with me to the bigger market chart. Look at this. We have the alpha, and it's going to be 10 exact days. Today is 8. That implies that, right? That implies that on the 18th, 19th in the month of April, there is going to be beacon halving. So 10 days, 22 hours. So yeah, so you can actually read that. That implies we should be seeing beacon halving on the 19th of what? 19th of April. So I think the next few days should actually be so bullish. And in my opinion, I think that may just be so good news. All right. So if you're still, reconsidering and saying, well, I don't see the market in your eyes. I don't think the market is going to be thinking in your spot. Then you just might be so wrong. Okay, you just might be so wrong. Right? All right. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell people you're going to see me in your DMs soon, right? Because I want them to subscribe. So I think that's so necessary for me to begin to talk about. I think right. So all right. So guys, the halving is going to take place, and you can be so sure once this happens, we are going to be having the bigger market going over the board, going over the board, going over the board. And I don't know how prepared you are for this, but I think it's one of the biggest news that has ever happened in the history of cryptocurrency, as it is going to totally change the narrative, Charles. It's going to change narrative. And I don't know how prepared we are for this narrative changing. Tell you, it's it's, it's going to be changing the narrative. I tell you. And so, if there's one thing that you know would draw your attention to the reality of the weekend halving, I think this is me telling you that see, we are in a very strong bullish market now. Think for instance, let me just assume this actually, something because on solid analysis, I think, and the market has been giving us real reasons why we just have to consider its movement. And I've been trying to make reasons for what market. So look at this now. We broke this low shortly, and I think the market just quickly went to just grab liquidity within this fair value gap. But then it's so look at this. But even seeing this, all of just taking oh fine, this grab above that point, break now, then you go. See that. You see this dump. I mean, the pricing of the market has been making up the room for the buy. And so we have this impulsive move that's an obvious eye. You broke this old structure, got to this point of picking liquidity, definitely reacted by top short. I don't know if you all can see that, which obviously implies that we can actually call whatever the market is doing there as a high, right? This is a high, and then clearly the market came to just pick, right, buy orders right here because definitely you can actually see this bullish order block, this engulfing candle. So people are going to be, thinking of that, right? Definitely not just me. So that's going to be a bullish order block, right? Even though it looks indecisive, we got to keep reading the market in between. I mean, we can just keep looking at the market. I think even right now, the market just make more sense to me. We just right now taking our time to also study more. So look at this now, the peak liquidity. Of course, if you zoom this right out on the 4 hour time frame, you see it came right below this point, right below, right below. And then on a 1 hour time frame, if you go lower to such a low time frame, you're going to see this fair value gap right here. The point of entry was here. That was the market already giving such sense of urgency when it just came below this point and then the entry. I mean, definitely the stop loss is going to be right. Maybe here, definitely. And anyone is going to be thinking that's so huge. How many percentage? Was 0.67% risk. But of course, look at the profits from here. See that? That's a spirit. Look at that. That's a whole lot, right? So anyone is going to take the profit right there. A lot of people are taking their profit right here because it's above this liquidity. The liquidity resting above this point, and that's why those who enter the market here were not fools. They really took their profit right because there's liquidity resting above, right? You know, change that to liquidity sign $50, and that was above the line, right? As we all can see, so they took the profit right here, which is not bad. Very nice. And that's why that point is a very strong point. That point is going to be seen as a flip zone in the history of Bitcoin, as we're going to be taking out this high, right, in no distant time. So there are possibilities for us to come down, right? I know, but there are chances and extreme chances actually there is for us to keep going up, I tell you. So I think it's a matter of few candlesticks. Just what is happening on Ethereum 3659. You'll be surprised. I'm going to keep my trade to 5,000 lots on Ethereum. I promise you. I'm going to show you the trade we made a buy, right, on Ethereum. I'm going to check the exact market price so I can let you know what I'm talking about, right? So it's no difference. And it's so important I let you know what we think the market is, you know, is definitely doing. I think there are clear indications from this that we are definitely set up, and of course we will be making new highs. So I would love to look right now. So the entry we made on Ethereum was on 3,420. In fact, I took this trade when there was power outage where I stay, sadly, and I have seen the market analysis of Bitcoin, and I was like, see, you know what, I'm just going to take this trade on Ethereum. And guess what? I used a 50x leverage. That was one of the biggest leverage I've used this week, right? On on any trade. And so that implied I took this trade on Ethereum right from 3,420. And you don't want to know where I'm going to be holding this trade onto. 3,420 is somewhere here, right? So I've been watching Ethereum. Look at that. You see that it's been me and Ethereum all along. And I've been seeing that this whole game Ethereum is playing, it's a very beautifully decisive one. And I think I'm going to tell you for free that the same thing is going to happen for Bitcoin. Look at Ethereum. So you see this movement on Ethereum, right? Oh my gosh, I've actually been to loss because of this. I'm seeing even my previous week's trade as trash. So this move on Ethereum is not going to stop. You know why? because Ethereum is going to be making a new high. $5,000 looks far, but in theory it's going to be happening very soon. It's about 30%. It's a matter of days. This price action play out, right, it gives me a lot of, a lot of numbs and a lot of goosebumps seeing what's happening with Ethereum. And I'm going to hold this trade with Ethereum till it reaches its all-time high. This is going to be Ethereum making a new all-time high, right? I think you got like 4,800, right? Previous one. This time around, I'm saying we're going to be going like this, like $5,100, right? It looks crazy and insane, but of course you would see it. Now, if you're going to be using earlier to draw the reasons why there are probability for Ethereum to get there, let's say you want to take a look at, I would not even open this right now. But I know what a lot of wave says. There's a wave one, wave two, right? I promise that we're going to be losing. I'm not going to be using any other means of analyzing the market anymore. That implies wave three is like 83%. And of course, if we're attaining over $5,000 as potential take profit, that's just somewhere around 40%, 45%, 5,000. So I think this is so realistic. It could take a couple of days, I tell you, but maybe towards the weekend, towards next weekend, I'm just going to forget this trade. I'm going to come and check, right? I'm just letting you know something very important. That's it. The market is a market, and it's going to be acting in ways that you're not going to expect. So right now, what you're seeing with the little retracement, right now, come with me through, let's say, a 30 minutes candle chart, and you can see this. I was looking at the fact that there are high probability for us to, because we have this fair value gap or imbalance on Bitcoin right between those points, right? But how do we know which imbalance we're going to be trading? How do we know that? Look at this space. That's not being indicated. But of course, look at this space also, right? There's a space like that, similar to what I just drew right now. So I think you have this imbalance one and imbalance two case scenario where you have the space. So the market came to mitigate this imbalance and of course draw down too quickly. And here we are struggling. The question is, are we going to come back here? I'm going to tell you something. Whenever the market is making impulsive moves, there are clear tendencies, I'm serious, for which the market might not, I tell you. All right? I'm using the word might not very carefully. There are high tendencies for the market for which the market might not come to the second level of its imbalance. Now, I'm not saying it cannot, take note. So that Bitcoin, can it, David, hello David, you're asking me, I'm going to pick my path from, yeah, are you saying Bitcoin cannot come here? I never said that, it can come here, right, before continuing upward. It can, but can we continue from here? Yes, in fact, easily, the market might just keep moving up from here. Why? Because whenever we have an impulsive move, market tends to find the closest point of imbalance as the best point to move on from. The reasons are not far-fetched because everyone is thinking, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. And the same explains the psychological definition of why the what's it called LH wave 5 is always short, right? So I think it's sort of a very important discussion, and I think right, right. So I think it's such a great one to let us know that we are in a critical moment in Bitcoin's history analysis. And today is beginning to find a lot of funny things. But quick one, why we're going to be defining which imbalance is going to be a valid one. The market has come right here. And I think this is the point we're going to be buying from. I don't know why I'm thinking so. Reasons are not far-fetched. Even though we have a strong imbalance here, I think the market's taking out these lows, right, on a 2 minutes time frame. This low was taken out, this low was taken out. And of course, market came into this imbalance and of course touched down into what we call the bullish order block. I think I'm beginning to think honestly that we shouldn't go lower. Mhm. I'm beginning to think we shouldn't go lower, and yeah, that's beginning to be my point of view in this whole thing. I think yeah, I think that's it. So I don't know if you've got questions for me, but I think we have been able to, in the past about almost 40 minutes right now, discuss, right, critically what I think the market is doing. And for me, um, and the trade's running. It's a good one, I think. But I think much more. We will be having more intrusions, obviously, from let's say tomorrow, with market news coming in. But I think, yeah, we are in a very big, you know, big loop, right, of trying to question what's going to be happening in the market. So, yeah, I think 5 minutes time frame could actually help with certain things. Let's see. Okay, low, tap into the imbalance. Guys, this seemed to be like a, to me, right, it seemed to be like a, let's see that, like a hold on where we struggle with price actions. But looking at what we just saw right here, I think the market has actually tapped, into the, what do we call this right now? It has tapped into this imbalance by breaking this particular short-term 15 minutes low, right? As the market broke this low, right, we have this tap on, and I think we should actually continue for some reasons. The price is sort of returning back, and this is not such a good sign, right? But I think we're gonna have the direction after a couple of minutes. So, some financial advice if you think you want to see go on from here. Yeah, so I give an analysis in my group. I think Bitcoin are going to come to 70,950, right? Which is just about is it 1.2% drawdown. And I don't know. I already changed my mind around that because of what I just saw right now. And yeah, and the bullishness, which I think already got triggered inside the market. So a lot of things, right? Uh, I think even from here, a potential. Whoa, oh God. There's this crazy token I'm trading. You know, the coin is called Boom, an unusual meme coin. But this one can actually send someone packing. Guys, this meme can send someone packing. I'm not really kidding. And that's why you must just apply your stop loss. Whoa, it can send someone packing. This is not applying stop loss right here. 0.0140508. All right, let's just have that crazy stop loss there and see what's gonna happen. But I think whatever is gonna happen to it's not just gonna be for me. I would want to see how this is gonna be influenced in price action. Let's see. I am actually indecisive on the other thing, but I think each one has the balls can actually make a buy from here. Where we be a stop loss, maybe right over here. We do not have a break of structure, which is one of the strengths I use to make this kind of move. There must be a strong break of structure. Well, a little bit. Yeah, maybe that could be a call point. A little bit of break of structure, but so clearly indecisive. I think that's going to be the yeah, projection of defining the probability of a buy onto a break of structure, right? So we tapped shortly down into this fair value gap, and I do not know if you are going to be taking this buy, but if you would, we just stop loss right 71,540. But I think the market is ready to make some very strong moves, and myself as usual, not hold back, right, on these peers, trade them with so much passion and strength as I think I'm going to look at. So we're just going to be trading Bitcoin, just as much coin as possible. So okay, so let's see how that goes. So I think I'm just going to open as much as possible um, with yeah, potential take profits on their close. So I think that's going to be it for me. I think we have nothing to be scared of if we already have made up our mind for a loss or for a profit, whichever one. It's just about you having so much definition so you do not run into some crazy, crazy loss, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's it. So I think yes, let's see the market and make it move and we'll just learn and just follow. So I think this point is going to be a buy point, I think. So let's see what's going to happen in this 1 minute. But we've been on Bitcoin, right? So I think it's been such a clear, perspective. So I don't know if we'll call it a mini break of structure. I don't know if what I'm going to call these. But yes, we already have some little bit of price action taking over, you know, taking over, these those previous candlesticks. So I think there might be a potential progression or progress, right? From here, might just go up like that and just go out. So this is all our probability, right? But of course, we have reasons for making such a probable move, right? So why? We have a little bit of candlestick going above this move, then a touchdown imbalance right here, 71692. So we are going to be seeing that like react. So guys, that is it. So I think I've given you all the buy order. So I'm gonna just probably drop this to my group if they have the balls to take this trade, just like as I'm gonna be introducing them to. So yeah, so let's copy this link and probably drop this on the group. So guys, I don't know what you're taking. I'm waiting for your questions, and that's gonna be it on my phone. So who has the day? Who have question for me? So all right, so I don't know if you've got questions for me, but I think I'm really cool with what we've been discussing for the past almost 1 hour. So, all right, so there you go. I think we'll call it a day from this point. So there you go. Our analysis eventually is going to play out, I guess. I don't know if you're seeing that. Let me show it to you guys. Look at that. It's potentially playing out, right? Of course, you all know that trading is a game of probability based on statistics. So there you go. Are you seeing that? Let's say the volume that's going forward in this trade. That's going to be such a indication of the factuality we're trying to, like, say, market or yeah, or sort of prove, right? So it's all, oh, guys, you had some short funny loss. Crazy, crazy loss. Crazy loss on Boom, but I think a lot of you that didn't know what actually is Boom's interest. I'm just gonna check it up peers. Probably maybe just gonna trade Beacon, get Boom for a moment if that's gonna be the best way to pay off. Why is this not closing also? I don't know why this is not gonna close also. If that was not gonna close us up, that's gonna be, I don't know why. If it did not close up that thing. I just don't know. Wow, this is so huge. See that? See what I'm saying about the market? So this dude did not knock me. Jesus Christ. I think he didn't knock me out. I think the market has given us its die cast. So coming down here is one of the craziest windows taking. I'm just gonna push it, um, make it stand for a longer Bitcoin, and I think probably it could work and play well. Um, yeah, that's what I was thinking with this position. So the stop loss remains 71, 587, and then we're looking at potential probably. Okay, that works out maybe fine. Why is this market coming down? Anyways, we're done. Let's we just watch this later on. Peace, bye. But of course, we'll